Mem Bernstein, tell us about your vision.
My vision is simply to strengthen the Jewish people. And wherever we work, I hope that we can do that.
Tell me about your own personal Jewish engagement and how it works in your family.
It was fun to be Jewish. It was fun to have your friends come for a Shabbat meal. It was fun to go to the synagogue where, although your parents went in to pray, you went off to play with the other kids. As a parent, I think that you teach your children more by what you don't say than by what you do. My grandchildren are all in Jewish preschools and Jewish day schools. I have children who are involved in everything from Chabad, their synagogue life, their day school life, the Jewish community centers, the partisans organizations. My kids are involved in every aspect of the Jewish communities in which they live.
Tell me a little bit about these summer camps and day schools that you fund in America.
About 15 years ago, we started to create programming and train camp directors so that they could infuse more Jewish into their camps. And they have. With day schools, it's similar, but in a more formal way. It's everything from teacher training, teacher mentoring, curriculum writing. We also train informal educators to provide the kind of programming that brings the joy of being Jewish into the classroom.
In Israel, your focus is primarily on Jewish renewal.
We do many different things in Israel. We work within the secular school system to provide more of a contentful Jewish education. And we work with different small communities around the country in a collaborative way to bring Jewish content to many aspects of the city life. In Israel, we do a lot of work in film and television, which we don't do anywhere else in the world. Our ratings are very high, and there's a lot of buzz. You know, you'll be walking around the city and you'll hear people talking about the programming. So it's been very exciting for us.
Tell us a little bit about Beit Avichai.
Beit Avichai was the only designated gift that my late husband, Zalman Bernstein, left to the foundation. There's an enormous array of programming that goes on here all the time, and thousands of people come through the doors. I think he would be very proud of what goes on here.
Let's talk about your work in the former Soviet Union.
Jewish culture had to be revived. We created programs that engaged young Jews in text study, and today hundreds of people come to programming. We've been highly successful there.
You're going to be stepping forward and taking on the role of chairman.
Tell us a bit about the transition and how you've planned for it and how you see that happening.
It is a transition period for me, you're right. For many years, we had this policy of go it alone. We decided what we wanted to do and then we did it. But as we faced our sunset, it became quite clear to us that partnerships were very important. And we've enjoyed the new, what shall I say, going out there and engaging with other people. It's been very nice for us.
During this transition period, how do you see bringing on funding partners?
We're interested in particular areas. So there are foundations and there are philanthropists who are interested in the same areas that we are in. And together we co-create programs. We've been working with the Schusterman Foundation, we've been working with the Jim Joseph Foundation, and not only, it's interesting, not only do the trustees, the boards of these programs meet with one another, but the staff works very well together. And so we've been able to co-create these programs, and we expect that they will be the programs that will carry on after we sunset.
Given Avichai's spend down, what do you see as the legacy that Avichai will leave behind?
I think our greatest legacy will be all of those people who have imbibed of our programming and will be out there to demonstrate what it means to be part of a Jewish community and create strong and successful Jewish communities.
Do you see a change in the way you're going to be leading the foundation now in the sunset period?
It's funny, I actually don't think of myself as leading the foundation, but rather as shepherding the foundation. My role will be more as a guide toward the sunset days.
I just want to know how you feel about that.
I think terrified is the word that comes to mind. You know, when Zalman passed away 13 years ago, the line of succession was for Arthur Freed to become the chair. And I thought at the time that would have been fun. Arthur was the perfect choice. You know, he was talented, he was familiar with the field, a professional. He knew how to run an operation such as Avichai. But over the last 13 years, I've been mentored by Arthur for this position. And as I've come to understand the intricacies of it, fun is not the word I would think of. I think of enormous responsibility as the words to define the position. So I am anxious. It's only fair. I am anxious. I think that my anxiety, fortunately, is tempered by the fact that Avichai has an outstanding board of committed trustees and a fantastically professional, dedicated staff. I don't think that they'll let me fail, and I will try very hard not to disappoint.
Thank you very much, Ms.
You're
Bernstein.
welcome. Thank you very much.